Don't forget to train safe and smarter. Guys, thank you for tuning in. You are watching HarjitChanaFitness. I'm going to run you through a few tips about what you need to do to train smarter and train safer. What I mean by this is when you begin to train, especially going into lifting weights, intensive training, bodybuilding, you need to be safer when you're training. You might just get away with it. If you're someone that's in your 20s right now, pushing all the way getting to your 30s, you're not going to find so much problem. You pretty much get away without getting any problems. But there could be a chance that you may suffer some injury, something may happen depending on how you did train. If you were out of form or anything like that, you may pull something. But for those of you who are in your 30s, coming 35, 40s and so on, you're always going to find this drama with your body. And what's going to happen there is you're always going to find that you end up with injuries. You always find out there's some pains in the joints, the shoulders, your muscles, you're cramping. You're always going to get some issues happening there. So you definitely need to be training smarter and safer. So what that means is when you're training intensity, especially in weightlifting based and bodybuilding style of training, or even if you're doing bodyweight training and that movements are quite intense, you need to make sure that you adequately warm up before you're doing your workouts. So you should be doing this even before your early age so you don't have to suffer this long term. So what you need to do is make sure that you have proper warm-ups where you stretch, use dynamic movements, and you want to imitate those movements that are actually going to work when you're doing those exercises. So if you're going to be doing a particular leg workout, you want to be warming up your legs. So do some squats and lunges, do some dynamic movements where you're stretching your legs out, so stretching out your hamstrings, your quads, and even into your hips and inner thighs and outer thighs. So if you're doing those movements first, you're going to be sure that your muscles warmed up. It's also going to be ready for the workout that you're going to go into, and that's being a lot safer and smarter when you go into a particular workout. So most likely you won't cause yourself an injury or damage yourself long term. But another downside to this is whether you are warming up, like I said, as your aging process, even if you're warming up, you still may be prone to injuries. And that can be a major issue in your fitness programs because you don't want to be sitting out for weeks or months when you're having these injuries, having these certain muscle pulls or cramps. Because even when you're warming up, your body still can pull because your body now can't work as intense. So you have to be very careful about the way you're working out. So in my opinion, the best way to work out is what I'm going to basically describe now is the way I do my workouts. So in my experience, I've had many issues with pulling my muscles with back, shoulder, knees, you name it. I've had plenty of issues, and how I've tackled them is basically training just the way I'm about to tell you now, because that is the best way to train in my opinion, because you will find that your program will consist a lot more better long term. You're also going to continue to build muscle, and you're going to find it works more effectively, it's more smarter, it's more safer, and you're not really going to find you're getting yourself injured through exercising. So how you need to train effectively is basically when you put your workout routines together, you want to make sure that you're not always going with the heaviest compound first. So I'm going to use legs as an example again. So if you're one who loves to do their barbell squats, you like to get into that Smith's machine or that rack to do those heavy squats, so you're always going to push that first exercise and you're going to push a heavy weight load. You are prone as you getting older to injure your knees or injure your shins, and you're going to find problems or even injure your back because of the weight load. Eventually your low back cannot hold that weight. So you need to be really smart about the way you're doing things, and the way I tackle around that is I don't particularly remove that exercise. You can keep it within your workout regime, but what you need to do is you need to start and find exercises that also work your legs but don't need so much weight load. So you can start with an exercise like a Bulgarian squat. It's a very effective exercise and you do not need to lift a lot of weight whatsoever. You can actually do the exercise without any weight and you will feel your glutes and your thighs and your hams on fire. So it's a great exercise to begin with, and so on. So you can move through exercises that require less weight load. You can build yourself up to going into that barbell squat, but what you'll find is if you're doing the barbell squat a lot later in the actual workout, you're not going to lift that weight load because your legs are already going to be quite fatigued, your muscles are going to be really tired, your hams, your quads, your thighs, they're going to be screaming. So when they are screaming at that level, you are not going to lift as much as you do if you started the exercise with a barbell squat and doing that workout. But you're still going to get the same benefits, the same effective workout. You're just going to lose that muscle fatigue quicker on a lighter load. And that's a much smarter way to work because you're still going to benefit the same. You're also going to be a lot safer, and you'll also find that the program you follow is going to last a lot more long term and you're prone to less injuries. Guys, if you found this video informative and helpful, give me that big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you comment below. But until now, guys, I will see you in the next video. And don't forget to train safe and smarter.